Scorpio Collective, welcome, welcome. I'm Nikki, your local vegan tarotist, and we're going to do a quick check-in love reading for you and your person, what's going on in your connection. This is for singles, so this is geared towards new love, whether that be a reconciliation or brand new. You've never met this physical version of this person, but it's new energy, right? So let's see on the masculine. Wow. Oh, I was going to... Ace of Pentacles hopping right out there. There's a solid offer coming in. I was going to clear the air. So with a bell, I'm going to ding it 3 times. But I think the air is cleared, or it's about to be. Wow, you could be dealing with an earth sign or a fellow fixed sign. Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, or yourself, Scorpio. But we've got the Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Ace, 8, Queen. I feel like food is going to be very important with your person. So you might meet around food. You're going to cook together. But this is very wholesome. Maybe you'll meet them at a Whole Foods. I don't know. But the 8 of Pentacles is somebody who's working on a skill, a craft, learning something new, or perfecting something, an existing skill. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is very nurturing feminine energy. And during your shuffle, it was the Queen and the Queen of, on the feminine side, it was the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups were coming out together. They were trying to pop out. So this is a very nurturing, deep, healing, feminine, that you are looking at, masculines. I don't think we need to even like bother with, we don't need to bother with the, not the niceties, but the, formalities, right? We don't need to, there's something very familiar and comforting and wholesome about this connection and these individuals, that you don't really need to do the formalities. So I think it's going to feel very natural. I think you're going to feel like an old married couple right away, but not a bored married couple, like the kinds who have been through so much together and they can't imagine their life without each other. It's like The Notebook, like when you move, I move, Knight of Wands. Yeah, it's very inspiring, no matter what the age group is. It's the type of love that it's like you keep getting younger as you get older. So there's something very youthful about it. Okay, we got the 7 of Pentacles here with this Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like you've done so much work. Okay, so I've had this discussion because I hang around older communities quite a bit, and you know, you see there are some people who are like, YOLO, you only live once, right? Do everything, get it out of the way, like party, party, party as you're young, and then you end up kind of paying for it as you get older. There we go. And then I used to live near the Villages in Florida, which is a community of some wild elderly people, right? And they're kind of like, they were married, or they were, you know, they're way retired from jobs that, you know, careers that maybe were just very draining. It's like they worked their whole adolescence, and so they're kind of like, woo, I'm free. Or they get out of a relationship, or their partner passes away, and they're like, well, I guess I'll just go have a good time, you know? So there's kind of this flip, and you'll know which side you're on here, and you can share it in the comments, whether or not you feel like, because I think there's people who condone overindulgence as you're young, because you're like, you only live once, this life is short. I think because this life is short, right, which that's also perspective based. So there could be something you have a little bit of a, maybe you've always had differences in perspective, But I get this sense that this partnership is like, one of you could have, you know, worked at a solid job because you were saving up for retirement so that you could be free and go party once you retired. And then maybe the other was like wilding out their whole childhood. But it's because you did things differently, you might think you wouldn't be compatible, but it's like you're like Benjamin Button. It's like you're meeting at the perfect time where you can co-create or procreate. You might start a family with this person. With that Knight of Wands, because the Knight of Wands is usually here for a good time, not a long time. It's Sagittarius energy. It's very curious and inspiring and lots of fun, but it's not here for anything long term. But it's here with the Ace of Pentacles, which is long-term investment. So it's just you're meeting at the perfect time where you can both play. So it's like maybe one of you saved up, and so you can be financially stable and comfortable, and the other, you know, is would normally be like slowing down because they were there could be a lot of like past sexual energy in the feminine side, because I'm getting this like bloodletting with the Seven of Pentacles. This tree is sort of like dying. So it's like you meet right at the right time, and I was getting the name Nick and Saint Nick for Christmas and everything, but right in the nick of time. It's like you meet at the perfect time where you can balance each other out, and so you're not going to be like this boring old retired couple. You're not going to like dwindle down. It's like this life is short. If you view this life as being short, then wouldn't you want to like invest in the things that are going to be meaningful versus just a fleeting life of all superficial goings on? I don't know if that makes sense, but it does in my head. I just don't know if it came out with any kind of sense, but hopefully it did. Because I just feel like Two of Wands. I think you're going to work together. And maybe the masculine's been working on a project. They have this idea for this like financial freedom and this stability and longevity, but they need the inspiration. And maybe this feminine's coming in as the inspiration because they got a little bit of a wild spirit. I don't feel like either one of you want to slow down though. Like you don't want to be. You want to set down roots because we have the Two of Wands with. See, they're setting roots. Garlic, so something with the heart and all the green. It's very heart healthy. It's very wholesome. Wholesome is the word I'm getting. But it's not boring. It's not boring. It's like, I don't know, maybe I'm talking to some, maybe you've just always felt older, kind of run down. Okay. I forgot I had the key in there to put the windows up. And it said battery turning off, or ignition off to say battery, start engine to whatever. It's like starting, yeah, King of Wands. A lot of fire energy. Chariot, Cancerian energy. But there's like fast movement. Two of Wands again. Yeah, it's like two very passionate people. I don't know, maybe you just do your own thing and you're maybe quite introverted and people think that you're boring, but it's like you know what you're saving for. And maybe that's that sense of, people like, YOLO, why don't you go out and party? Why are you so boring? Why don't you and you're like, that doesn't interest me. What interests me is meeting the love of my life and having something to offer them and having a stable place for us to set down roots so that we can party on our land. Maybe you're going to buy land with this person. Now, whether that be an acre, whether that be 100 acres, it doesn't matter. it's yours. It's like you're creating your own secret garden. So there's something very, the King of Wands is like a master manifester who goes after what he wants. And the Two of Wands, yeah, like maybe you're not out just, because the King of Wands can be like King Ding-a-ling, you know, maybe you're not out there just chasing tail, or maybe you did and you're like, I don't want that anymore, you know. So there could have been some sort of revelation or turnabout in the way that you live your life. But I do get that other people don't necessarily understand it, or other people view it as being boring or lame or vanilla or blah, blah, blah. Well, they can go off and give all their sacral Plutonian scorpionic energy to whomever they want and wherever they want. And we'll talk to them in a few years and see how they're doing. I think they're going to be pretty run down. All right, so we've got SN. There's Saint Nick again. So there's something with, and yeah, maybe you kind of like live like a monk or a saint. It's like, you know, you could abstain from certain things, or practice sobriety, restraint. People are like, oh, you're like a monk, you know, that can't be healthy. You could be celibate for a long time with a C and M. These could be letters in you or your person's name. This could be, you can also check the numerology of where the letters fall in the alphabet. A and N. That's the song by, is it Masego? Unana, is that Sir? Unana. Oh fuck, I can't remember any of the rest of it, of course. But it's Unana is the name of the song. So check that out. There might be something in it. Yeah, I feel like there's gonna be quite a bit of that. It's like, because you saved it up, you have more to spend. And if we're talking sacral energy, because you've been celibate, or because you've been refraining from just giving that creative energy elsewhere, you've been able to really fuel your own creative endeavors. And when you come together with somebody else, again, come together, I think you're going to climax together. It's going to be super powerful. And if you do create a human child, if you procreate, whatever you create together, whether that's a human child or whether that is a project or a business or a life together, a home, right? This love is going to be very fruitful because you did it right. And it's not that there's a right or wrong way objectively. You did it subjectively right for you. You didn't listen to people when they told you that you were crazy or you were boring or you were this or you were that. You did what the fuck you wanted, and now you can do what you want. This is pink. And there it goes. That's the Fool. It's the inner child. It's the higher heart chakra. So something with the color pink. It's very fun and playful. It's very light. So your heart could feel quite heavy until you meet this person. But I think there is a faith in you. There's some sort of knowing that you're going to meet this person, and that when you do meet this person, it's going to be incredible. And it's going to be worth the wait. Okay, so it was 6, and then it kind of tipped over, and it became a 3. So that is the 6 of Cups. It's soulmate energy. 3 is the divine union. I mean, the 4 is the 11-11. It's that divine union, twin flame union there. But this is the Holy Trinity. It's the divine masculine, divine feminine, divine creation. I do feel like there will be some sort of birth of an idea or a child, some sort of creation here that is going to be, it's long awaited. It's seeds that you planted. It's something you dreamed of and alchemized through your restraint, right? if you practice any sort of restraints, being in solitude is, yes, we are meant to connect with other people, but if you're out and about and you're not connecting with people, you're just finding more cycles of attachment or superficial exchanges. That's just draining. That's just exhausting. That's exhausting. That sounds awful to me. That sounds boring to me. If you're not doing something meaningful, then I'm not doing it at all. So that is very fixed energy. That is your energy. You're all in or you're all out. And when you do something, you don't have to do it. So you're not going to do it until you're ready to do it, until it's the perfect time for it. And it is the perfect time for it. So, yeah, I think that's it. Hopefully there was something in here for you, Scorpio. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate your energy, your time. And until next time, I wish you well.